Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another fine episode of Jamal and the Spaniard, the Internet Paladins radio talk show. This will be a continuation of a short part of a larger whole until we have full-length episodes up on YouTube, which I hope you'll come back for. We'll be releasing these little segments every now and then.
Yeah, and we're only doing that because YouTube doesn't let us do like an hour-long show at first. So it's going to be maybe part one of who knows how many, and we'll identify that in the title so that you can follow along whatever we spend an evening.
Once we prove to YouTube that we're not a bunch of Nigerian hackers trying to sell you busts of your own parents, then they'll give us...
selling what?
Busts of their own parents. I don't know, isn't that what they sell on TV? I don't know. And I never read their emails, I just delete them.
Well, speaking of Nigerians, how about you continue your thoughts from the last segment on black ghetto culture in America and how it's ruining America?
Well, I mean, I'm only speaking on it from the perspective I have from across the ocean, right? But when I'm looking at the examples of their culture in media and in the news, it's never positive. I mean, I just hear about people being shot and people being killed for what seems to me the pettiest of childish drama that you could conceive of. And I wonder, why don't they try to improve their lives themselves rather than just blame? It seems like they blame, I guess, white Americans for keeping them in wherever they are at the moment, I guess in the ghetto, you could say. But I wonder, I'm pretty sure history is full of examples of people picking themselves up out of messes. So it sounds to me like the African community in the United States, and I don't know, do they have a community in Canada too? I guess it would be the same in the United States and Canada. They're waiting for someone else to hand them, a free ticket to a better life, but I don't think that's going to happen, not in this world. So, and I agree with that Russian guy or the black guy who moved to Russia that you need to.
We need to find out his name so that we can stop calling him.
I feel bad.
The black guy.
I'm actually subscribed. We apologize to you, the black guy in Russia. I know that's not your name. His name is. I'm subscribed to him. What's his name? It says I haven't added any subscriptions. I'm pretty sure I have. Let's see. Hold on a second here.
He is, if you ever want to defy the argument that black people are not intelligent or incapable of being intelligent, just listen to him for a half an hour, or more, or less, and you'll see that it's the culture, it's not the individual that does it.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not able to identify what his name was. Let me check my email and see if I got.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah,
and while we're finding out,
we'll get back to you, and please accept our apologies.
The
guy in Russia.
Black guy in Russia.
That's not your name. That's not your name. You do.
Well, you were saying that why don't black people help themselves? And I have two interesting anecdotes about that. Well, one's not really an anecdote. One story is about a guy who did help himself, and that was Frederick Douglass. And I'm sure the name at least rings familiar. He was a black slave who escaped. I believe he escaped the North. He escaped his owner, and ultra intelligent, wrote books about his time as a slave, spoke on behalf of abolition, stuff like that. And this guy did not go to university. He picked himself up by his own bootstraps, and he did what he had to do to succeed. And he did not have the opportunities that black people have today, right? This is America during the Civil War. If you were black, you were basically an animal, right?
Yeah.
And today you have grants, you have scholarships, you have multiple groups, lawyers, everyone working for you. There is no excuse to not be able to help yourself, I guess. And the second anecdote is, I ran into a guy on YouTube who said, "Oh man, the white man has kept us down. This, that, the white man, my life's ruined now because of the white man." And I said, "Well, how? How's it ruined?" And he said, "No, it's just his. Well, what kind of help do you need?" And he said, "Oh, well, my outlook on life is destroyed. I have depression over that. I said, well, what can I do to help you? And he's like, oh, nothing. Just, the white man's keep me down. And he just kept repeating that same story over and over again. No matter how many times I asked him, how can I help you? How can I change your attitude? What can I do? And it's an attitude. It's a culture, right? They keep themselves down, and it's just they keep doing that, and they're just gonna stay in the ghettos of Detroit, in the slums of Atlanta, selling crack cocaine, killing each other over McDonald's coupons and garbage like that. So yeah, okay, let's move away from black people, which we think are wonderful. It's a culture we don't like. And let's move on to some news. You got some news for us?
Of course. There's always a surplus of news out there that's absolutely ridiculous. I am going to actually talk about something that I thought was a little cool, rather than something that's bizarre. When you were a kid, up in wherever farming town you grew up in the north, did you ever build model train sets?
I played, yeah, you know what? I did have a little train. And I enjoyed it.
I had one too, a little electric track. It was pretty cool. Yeah. I remember I used to put Lego men on the track and role play impending disasters. I guess I was a psychopath when I was a child, but it was fun.
Healthy.
Well, there is a man. His name is Bruce Zaccagnino. I think I said it correctly. I'm not Italian. Right. He is the creator of the world's largest model railroad. It is 16 acres in total size.
Really?
50,000 feet of track, according to the article. 50,000 feet. What's that in real measurements? Let me convert that. That would be approximately 15,240. So we're talking a 15-kilometer track. That is.
And these are miniature trains, right?
Miniature trains.
Like not like the small, tiny ones you can still ride on, like a little car.
No, like the kind that you can pick up in your hand and place down on another track.
And did he,
a model train set.
And what about did he design all the accompanying landscapes and stuff like that? Or?
I would think he did, yeah. This is impressive. Yeah. So
trains. I like trains. I had never really been on a train. Oh yeah. When I visited Japan, I marveled at all the trains there. The one I took from Tokyo to Kyoto, the bullet train at 300 kilometers per hour. It's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
I enjoy trains. Trains are good. We need more trains.
I took the train to Seville a little while ago, and it was not 300 kilometers per hour. That's for sure.
No, it wasn't.
It might have been actually in the negative speed at some point during the journey, but it's reliable, and I never really feel like some crazy guy is going to hit me as I'm driving. So I enjoy that.
Did the train have a smokestack on the front of it? Or?
No. Unfortunately, it is no longer the 1800s, but it was still a nice train.
Yeah.
There was this old man, and he was sitting next to me on the train, sleeping, and he kept waking up with these sudden cries, which I found a little bit strange. And so I turned to him, and I tried to apologize to him because I thought I woke him up. But no, he wouldn't have any of it. He just went back to sleep. So trains are interesting.
Yeah. That sort of thing that he experienced, I experienced that. Not like crying out loud or anything like that, but they're called Hypnotic Jerks, I think.
Hypnotic Jerks.
Yeah, and I experienced those when I nodded off on a plane. I would kick. And the woman beside me was freaked out. Well, she wasn't freaked out. She was startled by it. But she was also a nurse, so she knows what they are. And she said, take magnesium because it means your muscles are too tense and you don't have enough magnesium in your diet.
Huh.
And your body is, it has when you sleep in a non-lying position, your body thinks that you're falling, and the tenser you are, you'll react to it and stuff like that. So,
well, it's. I think you need to eat a banana, or 7.
Or 7. You know
yeah.
what? I think it's time you ask me a question.
Indeed,
An impossible question. Why don't you explain?
Impossible question.
Why don't you explain what our impossible questions are first?
Okay, well, essentially what we're going to do is we're going to ask each other questions that are very difficult, that put you in situations where you would never expect to be, first of all, and secondly, where you have to make a choice where one path is something that could be very tremendous or could be very unknown or mysterious, and the other is some kind of negative, or in fact, it could be only negative choices. So I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Just thinking about how much of an old man you seem to have become with your magnesium deficiencies and kicks on the Argazi Awasari, as we say in Berber. But you are going to have to answer this question.
All right.
So let's say that you're out for a stroll, and beautiful hillsides of our home, and you see one of those fiery meteor things that you showed me in our last episode overhead, and as it goes through your mind, oh no, it's probably just a contrail, or no, it's a plane flying from Morocco to Seville or something like that. Well, what it really is an alien ship, and it comes down to Earth, and aliens get out and approach you, and miraculously one of them can communicate with you, and it says, "Oh, Spaniard, we have a choice for you. One, you may come with us and witness the universe and our glorious empire, and we will find you a place in our society where you will live for 300 years with our advanced medicine, and you will feel fulfillment, spiritual, mental, physical fulfillment. But to do so, you must destroy the Earth." What would you do? Would you destroy the Earth for your own happiness? And for a chance to find out what's out there, the realities of the universe, some huge alien space empire. But to do that, you got to kill everybody.
Well,
what would you do?
I'm assuming this is out of bounds of the question, but first I would ask why the hell I would have to. Why?
Because they're aliens. That's why.
They're aliens.
They don't. Yeah, but they're planning to fall back on that old British book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
They're planning to demolish the Earth to put a fast food restaurant in space or something. So they've randomly chosen you by ballot to come with them as an ambassador of mankind.
Well,
but if you're going to come, you've got to be the one who presses the demolish button. The Earth's going to be demolished anyway, but you've got to be the one who does it. Would you do it?
It's going to be demolished anyway. So so it means like if I refuse, it's going to happen.
Well, here's the thing: it's going to be demolished either way.
Yeah.
However, if you're there at the controls, maybe you could sabotage them, right? You could do something to save the Earth. Maybe there's a button that says shield, right? And it encircles the Earth in an impenetrable shield that the aliens can never destroy. What would you do?
Well,
a silly question, but
no, it's a really interesting question. I don't, every inch of me wants to. What was that? A nuclear bomb that you're making?
Yeah.
Going off? Okay.
Don't mind that.
All right. Every inch of me that desires knowledge says, "Oh, absolutely, get rid of the Earth, no problem." Because there's a lot of things about the Earth that a lot of people probably wouldn't miss.
A lot of people that I wouldn't miss.
But you can't just wipe out 7 million people, right? Well, if it's going to happen,
depends on what you're going to get for it. Right?
Yeah, if it's going to happen anyway, and there's absolutely no way for me to prevent it, I would still say no, because it just goes against my beliefs of not killing people. Even though I really want to, and I want the knowledge, I just can't. And I'm going to continue this thought in our next segment.